Yo, it is easier now more than ever to win out here and be attractive when it comes to the dating world, business world, things like that, because gluttony is at an all-time high. If you take a look around, you'll see a lot of guys built like Peter Griffin. They looking pregnant. A lot of Teletubbies running around the world. If you just go to the grocery store or next time you go to work, just take a look around and look at all the bellies. You'll see more big bellies than anything, and that's tough. So it just means that it's more easier to win out here because most guys not willing to put in the work. They're not willing to go through the pain of growth and development to become the best version of themselves because they are more pleasure driven and purpose driven, especially in this era, because it is easier to log into an OnlyFans account and goon. It is more easier to go on DoorDash and order some bullshit. So everything is at a tap of a finger, so they get that instant gratification, and once they do all that, they good. You know what I'm saying? So like it's like a quote on YouTube or Reels, whatever you seen this at. You could probably heard this anywhere where it says, "Hard times create hard men. Hard men create soft times. Soft times create soft men, and soft men create hard times." And we are now in that era of soft men and hard times, and that's not hard to see if you just take a look around. A lot of men just don't want to put in the work and become the best version of themselves. You know what I'm saying? And then they want to go around and complain about how women treat them. But women are simply like a reflection of the man you are. So you can't really blame them. Like, you have to look in the mirror and take accountability. What have you been doing on your end? So these are ways to become instantly more attractive. So let's just jump straight into it. First thing is hygiene. And your parents should have taught you this. Like, this is not something that you should have to go on YouTube and see. But hygiene is imperative because even without fitness, first impressions are the most important impression. Like, if you smell bad, that is a hard thing to forget. Like, that sticks in people's minds. Like, when it comes to impressions. And so if you smell bad to somebody, it's gonna be hard for them to forget that, and they're gonna always relate that to you every time they see you. It's gonna remind them of how you smelled when you came by. Like, even though you don't smell that bad to yourself, people near you can smell it just as better than you can. So you need to make sure you take a shower every day. It's non-negotiable. Take a shower every day. Wash your body, soap and water. You know what I'm saying? Because if you come to somebody and you smell bad, you're gonna lose all the attraction. All the attraction goes out the window because they'll always remember you to be that musty guy or whatever. So make sure you take a shower every day and wear clean clothes, because even if you take a shower but you mess around and put on clothes out your dirty hamper, that's gonna overpower the smell of you coming out the shower. Them dirty clothes is gonna make it smell like you haven't taken a shower. So make sure you taking a shower every day and you washing your clothes, you wear clean clothes, and stay on top of that. And another thing when it comes to hygiene, make sure you brushing your teeth. This is a very important thing. Like, your breath matters, because like I said, when it comes to the body, people are not gonna forget that smell that made their stomach turn. Like, if you go to a woman and you start talking and your breath is bad, you basically just you never gonna hear from her ever again, because she always gonna remember how your breath made her feel. So this is what I want you to do. Same way you take your wallet, your keys, and your smartphone every day with you, I need you to take some mints with you, whether it's chewing gum or Altoids. I prefer Altoids, because when it comes to chewing gum, you can't just be spitting it anywhere, because that's just trifling. You got to find a trash can to spit it in, whatever, or some paper. But when it comes to mints, it just dissolves. So I prefer mints, but make sure you take a mints with you every day. And before you even approach a woman, make sure that you put mints in your mouth. Even if you brush your teeth, make sure you brush your teeth. Make sure you use mouthwash, and make sure you're using floss, and make sure you keeping mints on you at all times. Before you even go talk to a woman, put mints in your mouth. So next is your wardrobe. Presentation is everything. Perception is everything. If you're dressed like a bank robber, or if you're dressed like a thug or whatever, no matter how you feel about it, people are gonna assume you are what you dress like. If you're dressed professional, they're gonna think you're professional. Like, you're not gonna be seen as a threat. But if you dress like, if you walking around with a goddamn shiesty mask on and whatever, and you just dress like a YN or whatever, people are gonna be in fear of getting robbed or something happening to them. But if you dressed all nice, entire, like a collar shirt, some slacks, whatever, and I'm not saying you gotta wear that specifically, but you get the point I'm making, then they feel more safe to be around you. They're gonna not be in fear of getting robbed or whatever. So presentation is everything when it comes to your wardrobe. And when it comes to attraction, it just says a lot about you. It just says that you give a damn and whatnot. So moving on to the next point, because I don't want to make this video too long, and you know how that go. So right into the next point. Fitness is also should be number one as well, because it just ties into so many things that when it comes to being attractive, or when it becomes when it comes to being likable or whatever, because your fitness says a lot about you. Because look, excuse me, here's the thing, when a muscular body is compared to a fat body, of course the muscular body is going to be more attractive, because it sends signals to people's brains that you are disciplined, that you are hardworking, you're dedicated, you're patient, you're purpose driven instead of pleasure driven, and you do what you need to do. And that's qualities of a man that is going to be more wanted by the opposite sex. Excuse me. And women, no matter what they say, they could say that they like a dad bod, but we all know that's cap. Because even if they marry a man that has a fat dad bod or whatever, she's going to most likely end up cheating on him with a guy with a fit body. That's just what it is. The only reason that some of them want that dad bod is because they want the leverage in a relationship. And you shouldn't want to be with a woman like that, because she's a woman of manipulation. She always feel like she got to be the catch of the relationship. She got to look better than her man. You don't want to be with a woman like that. You want to be with a woman that's honest. An honest woman, an honest and modest woman. So, and the reason why is it's just human nature. Like, at the end of the day, you are a man. You are meant to be strong. Because if somebody throw you in cave times or medieval times, then, and you're not in shape, then you are basically cooked. Like, you're basically good as dead. Like, if you had to go fight wild animals or whatever, war, all these things that was happening in medieval times, all that stuff before we had a civilization, you basically would have been out of here. Basically, you would not have been able to protect yourself, the woman you're with, or the family y'all built, or people you just care about. So being fit is basically should be law, because it's basically like the foundation of being a man, period. But I understand a lot of guys want to be more like women these days. You see them with the crazy piercings, the colored dyed hair, and the tight clothes and the man bags and things like that. I mean, do whatever you want to do, but don't complain about how women treat you. Like, if a woman treating you like a bitch, you most likely being a bitch. So let's move on to the last point. Another thing that makes you instantly more attractive is grooming, because that is going to be the thing. That's basically paying attention to details, like the things most people forget about, like the fingernails, the facial hair, things like that. Like, you can't be going around with a scruffy beard and all that stuff and not trimming it up. It's just gonna look like you're not paying. Like, it just shows a lack of awareness. And like, when it comes to like the fingernails and stuff, women look at that. They might not say nothing to you while they talking to you, but she's gonna remember seeing that black nasty dirt all in your fingernails, and she's gonna be like, I ain't letting that nigga touch me with that. So pay attention to those little things we forget about, the tedious stuff, like keeping your nails clean, trimming your facial hair, because some of y'all facial hair be looking crazy. Like, just because you have a beard is not gonna make you attractive. Having a nice trimmed beard will be more attractive, because it shows that you are organized and you in a good mental space, things of that nature. And of course, a lineup, you know how much of a difference it is when you get a lineup. You damn near look like a whole nother person. So make sure you stay on top of that grooming. Like, so when you take all these steps, like the fitness, the hygiene, and the grooming, all these things together, I just said, it's going to instantly boost your attraction. It's automatically going to, get you different results. Like, people notice when you have a lineup. People notice when you have a nice outfit on. And they definitely know when you smell good. You don't want to be known as the funky nigga. Like, you want to be known as somebody that smell good, fresh breath, fresh walk by wind, all that stuff. And you presenting yourself the best way you can. And that should be like the foundation that's going to make you more attractive instantly. And you're just going to put in the work around that and just keep on, keep up with it and just keep doing better. You're going to, I lied to you not. If you follow everything I just said, you're going to instantly see the difference on how people treat you, how people respect you, how women look at you. So without further ado, I'm going to close this video out, and I hope that y'all take some of this information in and apply it and whatnot, because I'm just here to help at the end of the day. So follow, get with y'all later on another video. I'm out of here.